this, covering everything so we don't get any hairs in your clothes. Like this, perfect. Okay, so tell me, is this your first time here? Oh, really? Very nice. How did you find my little barber shop? Internet? A friend? Oh, YouTube recommend it. Perfect. Algorithm is working. I am happy you came. And where are you from? Oh, very nice. I have always wanted to visit there. Yes. Here in Italy, we always like to know a little bit about our customers. It makes everything feel more friendly, much better, yes. Okay, can I offer you something to drink? Yes, I like to treat my customers very well. And it's very hot day. Maybe some juice, apple juice, or maybe how it's called in English. It's like it's called cedrata. It's like a lemon flavor, a little bit bubbly, like a soda. Very good, typical Italian. Yes, of course. I will prepare it right away. Here it is, beautiful color. Okay, I leave the rest right here. Tell me if you like it. Good, I'm glad. So, before we begin, I would like to have a careful look at your hair. May I? Okay. I just come a little closer. Okay, very nice texture. Just looking. Now the right side. Yes. I can tell you take good care of your hair. Yes. Now here on the top. Okay. Here a little trim up here. Okay. Now I check at the back. Okay. Here is okay. Excellent. I can see your hair is healthy. Yes. Very healthy. Beautiful hair. Maybe just a little long around here and Just a little, okay? No, nothing dramatic. Don't worry. We fix everything today. No problem. So, tell me, what kind of haircut were you thinking? Short, medium, something elegant? Okay, you're not sure? No problem. That is why I am here. Okay, let me see. I would say not too short because your face shape, yes, very balanced. You have a nice jawline, very nice, beautiful proportions. So I don't want to hide them, okay? No. We make something clean, natural, easy to style. Yes, trust me. Perfetto. Grazie. Okay, so now I will spray some water just on the hair. Cover your eyes. Okay, very good, not too much. Now I brush a bit, okay. So, from this side first, very delicate. Okay. Just to make the cutting easier. Okay, perfect. Like this. Wonderful. Now I grab my scissors. Not to worry, I am very, very delicate. I promise not to cut too much. Okay, let me start with the haircut. Just little trim, don't worry. Just hold still, okay? Very nice. A little more here on the side. Perfetto. Okay. I always say hair grows back, so don't panic. No. I promise I don't make you bald. Only if you ask. Okay. to the other side. Just a little cut. Wonderful. Little bit more here. Molto bene. Okay. And on the top, just a tiny bit. Wonderful. Let me see. Bellissimo. Very, very symmetrical. Exactly how I like it. Perfetto. Maybe just a little here. Okay. Now it's perfect. Yes. Okay. Beautiful. Now I will use a small trimmer only around the edges. It makes a very relaxing sound, so I will not talk, okay? Just please don't move. I just clean here around, okay? Perfect. All done. Just brush off little bit of hairs like this. Okay. So, haircut is finished. Now, would you like a traditional Italian shave? No electric razor, only the classic way. Very relaxing, very elegant. Yes? Okay. So, first I am going to place a warm towel on your face. It is nice and warm. I have some warm water here. Just enough to soften the beard. Just relax. Take a deep breath. Enjoy the moment. Okay, just a little bit more. Perfect. I can already see the beard is much softer. Exactly what we want. Now, I will prepare the shaving cream. I always use this traditional Italian shaving cream. It has a very clean, fresh scent. Now I mix with the brush, round and round, round and round. Making a nice, soft shaving foam. Very soft, like this. Now I will apply it, starting here, along your cheeks, like this, the chin, above your lip. Excellent. I always enjoy this part, so relaxing. Some people fall asleep before I even pick up the razor. I take it as a compliment. Okay, perfect. Now, the straight razor. Here. Don't worry, I've been doing this for many years. Your face is perfectly safe. Just stay nice and still, okay? Okay, I will start from this side. Very gentle, short strokes. Excellent. Removing all the little hairs. Beautiful. Now stretch your skin just a tiny bit. Okay. Perfect. Now the other cheek. Same thing. Slow. Very nice. I can already see how smooth your skin is becoming. obvious parts, but don't worry. Tiny strokes, very precise. And we are already done here. Okay. Now the mustache. Tiny, tiny movements. You're doing great. Okay. Perfect. Now the neck down here. Nice and smooth. Removing every little hair. Like this. Wonderful. Okay. I just remove the remaining shaving cream. Nice and clean. Just a little. Voila. Looking fantastico. Good. Now, just a little aftershave. This is just some oil, very nourishing. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Just making it absorb and doing a bit of face massage to help the skin relax after the shaving. Small circular movements across the cheeks, the jaw, the temples, like this. Wonderful. Beautiful. Okay, there. Let me have one final look. Yes, very smooth, very clean, very elegant. Exactly how an Italian barber likes it. Yes, bellissimo. Let me put also a bit of styling cream on the hair. Very little. Okay. Just enough. I put it on the hair, styling a bit, not too much. Just giving it some shape. now from every angle, making sure. Great. Wow. Very, very handsome. Yes. So, all finished. Would you like to see? There is a mirror over there. A small country. Italy has one of the richest histories in the world. Incredible geographical diversity, hundreds of traditions, and thousands of fascinating stories. So today I'd like to share with you some interesting facts about my country, and I hope you'll enjoy this video. So we'll use this map to travel from north to south. It's quite an old map, but it's, in my opinion, very nice to see. And by the end of our lesson, I hope you'll discover something that surprises you. So, the very first thing I'd like to tell you is something that surprises many foreigners. Italy is actually a very young country. If you look at the map today, even if it's a bit old, Italy seems like it has always existed like this, exactly like this. But that's not true. For centuries, the Italian peninsula was divided into many different states. There were kingdoms, republics, and territories controlled by different European powers. For example, Venice was once an independent republic. Florence was ruled by the famous Medici family. The south was governed by the Kingdom of Naples and later the Kingdom of the Two Sicilies. Rome belonged to the Pope. In fact, modern Italy only became a unified nation in 1861. To give you some perspective, the United States became independent in 1776, so almost a century earlier. So, although Italy is home to one of the oldest civilizations in Europe, the country itself is actually younger than many people imagine. This is also one of the reasons why every part of Italy still has such a strong vocal identity. Even today, many Italians feel deeply connected to their own city or region. Some people joke that Italy isn't one country, it's 20 little countries that agreed to stay together. Now, let's take a closer look at the geography. Italy is very easy to recognize because of its famous shape. Almost everyone says it looks like a boot, and it really does. country stretches for more than 1,000 kilometers from north to south. That means the climate changes dramatically depending on where you are. In the north, you can find the Alps, massive mountains covered with snow for much of the year. Some peaks rise well above 4,000 meters. These mountains form a natural border with France, Switzerland, Austria, and Slovenia. They've protected Italy for centuries and have shaped much of its history. If we move slightly south, we arrive at another mountain range called the Apennines. Unlike the Alps, the Apennines run almost the entire length of the country like a spine. They divide Italy into eastern and western sides. Many small villages were built high in these mountains where people lived relatively isolated for hundreds of years. That's one reason why Italy developed so many vocal traditions, recipes, and dialects. Today, you can drive for only 1 hour and discover completely different food, architecture, and even expressions. One of my favorite facts about Italy is hidden inside these mountains. If we look here at the Dolomites, these beautiful pale mountains are considered one of the most spectacular mountain ranges on Earth. Millions of people come here every year to hike, ski, and climb. The interesting part is that the Dolomites were once underwater about 250 million years ago. This entire area was covered by a warm tropical sea. Instead of mountains, there were enormous coral reefs, similar to the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. And over millions of years, the movement of the Earth's tectonic plates pushed these ancient reefs upwards. Today, when geologists study the rocks, they can still find fossils of marine animals that lived in the ocean hundreds of millions of years ago. So when you're hiking along these dramatic peaks, you're actually walking on what used to be the floor of an ancient sea. Now, let's move slightly west. Here we have the Alps again, where you'll find some of the most famous lakes in Europe. We have Lake Como, Lake Garda, Lake Maggiore. 1, 2, 3. Many celebrities own houses around these lakes because the scenery is absolutely breathtaking. And what many visitors don't realize is how these lakes were created. Thousands of years ago, enormous glaciers slowly carved deep valleys through the mountains. When the glaciers melted, they left behind these beautiful lakes. So the landscape you see today is largely the result of the last ice age. Now, I'd like to tell you something about Italian biodiversity. Although Italy is not a particularly large country, it contains an extraordinary variety of environments. There are snowy mountains, rolling hills, dense forests, volcanoes, crystal clear lakes, long sandy beaches, rocky cliffs, wetlands, and thousands of kilometers of coastline. In total, Italy has almost 8,000 kilometers of coast. This means that no matter where you are, you're usually never very far from the sea. And in just one single day, it's possible to have breakfast while looking at snowy mountains and enjoy dinner beside the Mediterranean Sea. Very few countries offer such a dramatic change in landscape over relatively short distances. Speaking of the sea, let's look at Italy's islands. Most people know Sicily and Sardinia. These are the two largest islands. Sicily is actually the largest island in the entire Mediterranean Sea, but Italy has far more than just two islands. In fact, there are hundreds. Some are inhabited, others have only a handful of residents. Some are completely uninhabited. There are volcanic islands, tiny fishing islands, luxury holiday destinations, and protected natural reserves where very few people are allowed to enter. Now, let's talk about something that fascinates visitors from all over the world. Volcanoes. Italy is one of the very few European countries with active volcanoes. The most famous is probably Mount Vesuvius, located near Naples. This volcano erupted in the year 79 AD and completely buried the Roman cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum beneath volcanic ash. Because the ash covered everything so quickly, many buildings, streets, and everyday objects remained incredibly well preserved. When archaeologists excavated Pompeii centuries later, they discovered houses, paintings, bakeries, fountains, and even food that had remained frozen in time for almost 2,000 years. Walking through Pompeii today, it almost feels like traveling back into the Roman Empire. But Vesuvius isn't the only active volcano. There is also Mount Etna in Sicily. Etna is one of the most active volcanoes in the world. It erupts frequently, sometimes several times in a year. And yet, thousands of people live on its slopes because volcanic soil is incredibly fertile. It produces excellent grapes, oranges, pistachios, and many other crops. So, one final fact before we finish our little journey through Italy. If someone asked you which country contains the smallest country in the world, the answer would be Italy. Right here inside the city of Rome lies Vatican City. It is the smallest independent country on Earth. It covers less than half a square kilometer. It's home to the Pope and serves as the headquarters of the Roman Catholic Church. And that's not all. Northern Italy also surrounds another independent country, San Marino. San Marino is one of the oldest republics in the world, founded according to tradition in the year 301 AD. So within Italy, you'll actually find two completely independent nations. Not many countries can say that. And that's where we'll stop for today. I hope you enjoyed this first journey across Italy, and I hope you discovered something, at least a few things that you didn't know before. As you can probably imagine,
There are still so many fascinating stories to tell about my country. We haven't even talked about Italian food, regional traditions, dialects, famous cities, ancient history, or many of the little cultural details that make Italy so unique.
moisturizer on your cheeks. Okay. Pores are definitely smaller here. There's some redness, but I'm quite sure it's due to the heat. Okay. Yep. Okay. Your temple area is also quite dry. So pretty positive you have combination skin. Okay. Yep. Now, let's move on to the forehead area, which will tell us if you have combination skin. Okay, I can tell it's oilier, probably a bit less than your chin area, but still more than the cheeks, especially here where we get closer to your eyebrows. Okay. Pores are bigger. There's no redness here. Okay. Yeah. I think it's safe to say you have combination skin. Yes. Okay. Let's check your nose. Okay, your nose has definitely bigger pores, more oil production, yes. This is the final confirmation for the for the combination skin type. Okay. So you want to use a moisturizer on your cheeks and something more lightweight for your T-zone, but I'm sure there's lots of specific moisturizers for combination skin, so you don't have to use two different products. Okay. Now, let me just finish checking your other cheek here, just to make sure. Yep. It's much drier